Hey everyone, Delta One here. We are now in my grandmother's car. We are in the Honda. I don't know what it is. CRV. No, it's not a CRV. It's a Honda. I don't know what it is. It's probably CRV. I don't know. More than likely it's a CRV. But I have to go put gas in her car because she can't do it. Well, she can, but she has an issue with getting the knob off. Getting the cap off. So we're going to do it for her if we don't run into somebody because they are going entirely too slow. But this is going to be the review or the interview, whatever you want to call it, that I was asked to do before. To start off with, anyone that does not know, I have a 2014 black ST Dodge Ram that was in the Harvey flood. It's a crew cab, I forgot to mention that. That was in the Harvey flood, and it was flooded up to the windshield. Got it from Copart. I got it for $5,000. I have no issue with disclosing price because I'm not reselling the truck. I got it for $5,000, pure sale, which means I bid it on it and it went for $5,000. We bid it on it up to $5,000. I was skeptical about going up. I almost did not win the truck because I had a bidding allowance of $5,500 and it went to $5,000. What ended up happening was I got the truck. It was about $7,000, $7,500 to get it shipped to me altogether. And what ended up happening was I ended up putting $2,500 or $2,000. I have to actually put the values up. I have not even looked back on how much it would cost. I'm still not completely done with the truck. There's two things to the truck I have to do, and one is the HVAC system, which could be fixed when I replace the harness, or I may just need an HVAC module, which does not matter because I'm upgrading the HVAC module with, hello, Sally. Huh. Yeah. Alrighty then. Yeah. We almost needed that blood drive. But anyway, when it comes to that truck, I put less than $10,000 into that truck, buying it and parts. The only electrical part I need to do is the dash harness, which I've already done. I've been driving it since April. It is now June, going on to be July. So I've been driving it that long. And I was asked, do I regret getting the truck? Partially. I partially regret getting it. And the only reason I partially regret getting it is not because it was a flood truck, not because I had to put my diagnostic skill to test. It's because I feel at $5,000, I could have held out, and I don't know what side the gas hand's on. Okay. I feel I could have held out and gotten a Ram that was, wrecked, not fully wrecked, but could have had body damage, and I could have gotten it for less. I feel that way. There's not a guarantee because even trucks like that's a 2010 Ram 2500. The entire rear clip or the entire front end could be damaged on that truck, and those trucks will still go for $10,000. So even though I feel that way, I know for a fact that technically it's not. But as far as anything else with the truck, no, I don't regret getting it at all. I was also wanting someone asked me to touch on with the 2019s coming out. Well, with the 2019s now hitting the lot where you can buy one. How do I feel with getting one? Having that truck, the 2014 truck, and those just hitting the lot now. To be honest with you, I don't feel any regret about it. I don't feel any remorse. I don't feel any doubt. I mean, I would like to have less. That's why I'm upgrading the radio to the Tesla style radio so I can have that feature. Yes, I would have liked to have a truck that had more bells and whistles than the ST model that I have. But again, that's literally the only gripe that I have with the truck. There's an ST model. That's it. And I'm coming from every time the first time I wanted a Ram truck was when in the movie Twister. So that was a second gen Ram. I wasn't able to even drive a second gen Ram until the third gen. Let's see. No. I wasn't able to drive a second gen Ram until the third gen 2500s. No, I'm wrong. I wasn't able to drive a second gen until the third gen got their remake in 2005. I wasn't able to be allowed to, well, not allowed. I wasn't able to have the ability to purchase one until the 2009 versions came out, the fourth gen's early model. So I didn't actually purchase one. I didn't purchase a second gen Ram until the very end of the early model Rams were even out, which was like 2012, 2011 or something like that. Yeah, 2011, 2012. I've been through 3 second gens. 4 if you count my 5.9 diesel I had. I had a 5.9 gas, I had a 4.7 liter, and I had a 5.7 liter. So I had both Magnums and the Hemi. And essentially, I wasn't able to get the Hemi. I wasn't able to even drive, even own a truck with the Hemi until the 4th gen late models came out. So the fact that I was able to get a 4th gen model current. So if you take a look at what I just said, I was able to drive the 2nd gen when the 3rd gens came out for the remake in 2005. So that makes me 2 model years behind, because that's the 2nd gen, then you have the 3rd gen, and then you have the 3rd gen remake, or the rebody. I wasn't able to own a 3rd gen until the 4th gens came out. So that puts me still 2 model years behind. I wasn't able to own a Hemi, which is still the 3rd gen truck, until the late model 4th gens came out, which still puts me, technically I think that puts me 3. If I'm in the 3rd gen, for early model 3rd gen, that means the late model 3rd gen, early model 4th gen, and then the late model 4th gen. So I was 3 model years behind. Well, not model years, 3 models behind, or 3 generations, but technically 3 generations behind. So with me having a 2014 Ram up till last month, that made it that I had a current Dodge Ram. I had the current Dodge Ram model that was out on the market. So the fact that the 2019s have started rolling out now does not really hurt, because technically I still have a current model year. Because of anyone that knows vehicles, you will still have my model year, which is the 2014 to I think it's 2013 to 2018. You'll still have that body style until the end of 2018. In some cases, you'll still have that body style in 2019. And the truck will still be a 19, but it'll still have the 2018 and 2017 and 2016 and 2015, 2014 body. So technically, my truck is still technically current until the end of 2018, which technically by model standards, that would be October. So technically until then, I am actually in a current Ram still. And with me being 2 to 3 model generations behind normally, me being in a current generation still, even if I am 1 generation behind, I'm used to not being able to drive one of these trucks until you get 2 to 3 model years behind. I'm still in a current Ram. So the fact that 2019s, yes, I'm envious. I would love to have a 2019 Ram. I wouldn't want one that's chromed out, but I would love to have one. But the fact that I'm still in a current one still blows my mind, with the truck's value being at $30,000 and I only paid maybe 9-10 grand for it. Oh, and I have the title for it, and it's a clear title. So If I went to the dealership to sell it, I would get top dollar for it, just like any other truck would that was being sold used. The truck currently has 46,000 miles on it. I have no regrets or anything about that truck. I won't say I won't have no remorse or regret about not having a 2019 model. I mean, that's just a given for anyone that loves their model. It doesn't matter if you own a Ford, Chevy, Dodge, GM, Toyota, Nissan. When your new model year comes out for your generation, for your model, of course you're envious that you have it. It's got more bells and whistles than even the base model of the new vehicles that you own look better than your current own. You could have the top tier and it would still look better than your own. Anyone would be envious of that. But to say that I'm envious of having it, no. I'm quite happy. I mean, I got to test my diagnostic skills. I got to test some new equipment. I got to find new resource materials for buying parts and for my diagnostics. The only thing I regret about this whole ordeal is that my Autel 906, I think my Autel 906 or 908, I can't remember which one. I think it was my 908. My Autel 908 Mini was stolen. They only took the Autel. They didn't take the little connector, the big connector that goes into it. But out of that deal, I was able to get, because of my insurance, it was in my truck. Not only was it in my truck, it was in a truck. It was in my Ram. Because the Ram it wasn't in my name for say, it was still signed over to me according to the title. So all I had to do was produce the backside of my title from Texas to prove the vehicle was in my name and the vehicle had been on my location where it was stolen. It only had to be near my apartment to be said that it was part of my renter's insurance. So my insurance took care of it. I had to pay $1,000 deductible to get a $2,700 diagnostic tools. But I mean, would you rather buy that $2,700 tool, or would you like to pay the $1,000 for the deductible? That's the only thing I have about it. Oh wait, no, that's not the only thing I have about that. Not only the Autel that got stolen, which was rectified because I have a new one now. The amount of people that I ran into while redoing that truck because they didn't know the difference between a 2012 Ram and a 2013 Ram, or in general didn't know the difference between a late model and an early model vehicle, and did not know how to classify their equipment or parts, whether or not it was a crew cab or a quad cab, was completely unfathomable. I mean, I could not believe the number of people that did not know that. And these people are selling their parts. A lot of them came from salvage yards and did not know this. I did look out. What did make that easier for me is the same truck that they gave me the body harness for came with a dash harness, which is why I was able to drive the truck, because the dash harness came with it. Hopefully, I'm hoping that I can get all that taken care of. I'm going to find out this week if I can or if I can't. But that's my little review over what I've gone through. Well, little review of what I've gone through as far as owning this truck or obtaining this truck. How do I feel about having it, and what do I feel about the new trucks that are coming out? Apparently they're testing a truck now because it's got that camo crap on it. Yeah. I don't know. But we're about to get my grandmother gasoline, and I'm signing out. Peace.